Welcome to Colored Roses and Thorns with Tammie Chin. If y'all hear coughing, it's somebody outside coughing. Okay, before I get started, welcome to Colored Roses and Thorns. And thank you for visiting. Before I get started, I need to close my eyes and connect to the higher source. Okay. I'm leaning forward this morning because I couldn't find a proper stand. And I use my phone. But what I intend on talking about today, that the Spirit got me, is that many people have asked, why you don't go to bars? Why you don't go to clubs? That's my laptop over there, making the zing noise. But it's not because I'm snooty. It's not because I don't like to mingle. Might be partially, but there's a reason why I don't mingle in a crowd. They don't call whiskey. In the olden days, they used to call it spirits. And they didn't call it spirits for no reason at all. Because when you drink alcohol, your spirit, your portal to your soul and your spirit is open to allow other energies into you. And that's why when people get drunk or drink whiskey, it seems as though their mind is altered. And it actually is altered. They act out of character. Some will do things and then not even remember it the next day. Some will, do acts, and then the next day they don't remember. With spirits, whiskey, spirits, since I have a sensitive, I pick up on energies very easily. And certain energies disturb my spirit. And I've tried to go into bars. I've tried to go into clubs. But my energy is so sensitive that it causes an imbalance inside of my spirit. And it becomes overwhelming. And I have to flee. I cannot take being in a crowd or mingling where people are drinking alcohol. Because in that room, there are dark spirits that enter into the human body with the original spirit and cause people to do things that they usually would not do if they were sober. There have been bar fights. I remember I did go to one time, and this is what happened. I went in there, and two women were dancing on the floor, one with one male and one with the other. And they were dancing and didn't see each other and bumped into each other. And a fight broke out. I mean, everything was flying in there, from stools to tables that weren't buckled down. And then I pushed the table over it to hide behind it. And when I came up the peak to see what was going on, I got hit in the head with rum and coke. And the reason I know it was rum and coke, because one time when I was little, my dad had a drink. And I sipped and I went, I said, oh, what's that? He said, rum and coke. And that's what was thrown in the air, clobbered me in the face, and was running down into my mouth. So I have a very specific reason for not going to clubs or mingling in specific crowds. Now, I can also walk downtown. We have what you call First Friday here where we live. And a lot of people there, they drink. And if that's their thing, that's their thing. But the thing is, it disturbs my energy, so I have to navigate through downtown when I go down there, you know. Like, I will stay away from the bars. I might sit in the center. There's this one place called Popular Street where they have like this architect type thing, archetype, beautiful, made out of steel, I believe. I will sit in the middle of that. For some reason, when there is metal, and usually, I don't know, it blocks out whatever I'm feeling. Or if I sit near water, it seems to diffuse whatever that is. But that is the reason I do not go to bars. And that is the reason I don't sometimes mingle in a crowd. And sometimes it will happen even if I'm not in a crowd or not around alcohol. I specifically went one place, it was June 13th, Juneteenth. And I went over to a place called Tatnall Square Park. And there was this cookout over there. They were selling clothes, playing music, which was beautiful. And there was this one particular guy, he was barbecuing in the middle, and there was this little boy, maybe about 12 or 13. He starts to walk towards me. And I got this overwhelming feeling, the overwhelming feeling that I get when a negative energy is near. The little boy, he walks up to me, and I'm looking at him. And he said, hey, lady. He said, my dad's over there barbecuing some pork, you know. He said, why don't you come over and buy some? And I don't know why, but it was like this overwhelming, heavy feeling just came over me to the point that I had to leave. And I don't know if the little boy's energy was off or what. He was very bold. I mean, very bold. I don't know what he had gone through. I don't know anything about that little boy. All I know is that there was this heavy energy, and I had to leave. I could barely stand up. And before I left, I actually had talked to this other lady who experiences the same thing. I'd been out there and met up with a friend, and so he took me to see a lady that had pulled up, and she had her cockatiels and everything around her neck, and I believe it was actually full moon on that particular day, I believe, or either just like a day or two after the full moon. She said, yeah, I get that same feeling. That's where I wear my protective gear, because I can't. I've become overwhelmed. And she said, that's happening to you. You're an empath. I said, yes, I am. And I'm about to leave. I'm about to go home to my room alone and meditate or paint or read or whatever. But sometimes I have to pull back alone and re-energize, because it's like whatever energy is out there, it feeds off of my energy and it sucks positive energy from me. So whether I'm in a bar, which I avoid now since I went to that one, because the negative spirits were drawing my energy, and I would feel weak and overwhelmed. I'd get dizzy and have to go. And this happens to some people. And basically, that is why I do not like to go to clubs. I do not like to go to bars. But if there are any other people that experience this, please comment in the comments and let me know. Because there are more than I know. My grandmother was an empath. She usually sat by herself. She worked by herself. The only people that she really would get involved with was family members, the ones in the house. I'm the same way. And if I have a bad feeling for one of my family members, I don't mingle with them. Because when I get that feeling, I have to listen to it. Because when I go against it, all hell busts loose. I'm serious. So I listen to what that gut feeling or energy is telling me in the pit of my soul. Some call it intuition. Some call it, I just call it being able to pick up on energy. And I pick up on it. I don't know why my eye running. I must be allergic to something. But anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about. Ooh, I want to take this thing off. I'm going to have to take it off for a few minutes. But anyway, yeah, if you experience something similar to that, comment in the comments and let me know. Talk to you later. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little notification bell so you'll know when I'm coming on with another video. Now, I do the longer videos usually on a Sunday. That's my way of ministering, because I am an ordained minister. I'm not your ordinary minister, not at all by a long shot. I'm the extraordinary minister and high priestess. Yes, I don't work in four walls. I prefer being in nature. I prefer ministering or talking to a person one-on-one on the street, or somebody going through hard times, good times. I love ministering to children. I do, and I do that a lot. We have a drum group sometimes, which I'm anxious to get back to. I haven't been able to do that, where all the kids sit around and we meditate, and then we play drums, and then they do African dance. It's so much fun. And most of our rehearsals are out in nature, in the grass, under the trees, you know. And it's been a while since we've gone on any trips due to my spine issues, but Doc is fixing me up, Dr. Schnitzer. So hopefully I'll be ready when the spring comes here or when next summer comes here. But blessings to all of you. Much love and positive vibes. Until we meet again, be safe. Make sure you love and give out positive energy. Later.